Of course, I'm muted. Hello! I do this professionally. This is my job. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Wonderarium, where we have too many tabletop RPGs and not enough friends to play them, so we trick some people around the internet to come play them with us. It is a wonderful first day of Pride, and so you know what that means. We gotta bring the gay. I would love to introduce my cast of phenomenal people from all across the internet. If we want to start with Ava first, and we'll just go around the circle.
Hello, my darlings and dears. It's your Madam Ava here. I use she, her pronouns, and I'll be playing Monstera from the Matriarch Playbook today, and happy to bring some bisexuality to the table.
Yes. Alrighty, and how about you, Nerdy?
Oh hi. I didn't see you there. It's, I'm the Nerdy Simulation or Nerdy Simulation. You can find me mostly on Imagination Simulations. It's IO. My pronouns are anything but he, him, or she, them, they, it. Um, I am a very gay, very trans woman who's constantly in a panic state. Um, thank you for having me. It's great to be here to steal a line from somebody else.
Awesome, and last but certainly not least, Vin.
Hi, yes, hi. I'm Vin at VinVoxVA
I love it!
on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Yeah, this is so silly because I'm a voice actor. I'll be playing May the Bloody, she, they, and then my pronouns are he, they.
Ooh. But yes, as you guys can see, we are playing a game called Thirsty Sword Lesbians, which is all about flirting with your friends, which is the best way to start off Pride, let's face it. And if we wanted to go ahead and introduce our characters, that's fine. Otherwise, we can hop right on into the story. Ease of A works. Okie doke. Let's just get on in. So, you come forward into a land of fantastical feats. There are arching spires seemingly held up by magic, and tall monoliths that were built and designed through intricate steam engines powering large metropolis cities. But we're not quite there. We are just outside on the plains where a festival has started taking place. Within this region, there is something sort of a holy relic called the Sapphic Star. And it imbues the land with, one, its power, whether it be magic or steam or otherwise, and two, it is also largely sought as a seen as a source of a good deal of the love and connection in the world. Today is the celebration of the founding of the Sapphic Star. And as such, there is a monumentally huge festival party that typically lasts about a week or two, dependent on how long people stick around. We come in to what seems to be a modern day fairgrounds, sort of. There are rides, there are performers, there's food, there's everything. The smells and sounds are all so intense and just brings you back into like a childhood stupor. And this, I think, is where we find Monstera. Monstera, with probably her gaggle of friends, family, probably enjoying the surroundings and taking in the connections and stuff that they have found within each other. Do you want to go ahead and take on what you're doing in this moment.
I think Mastera is kind of just observing right now.
Mm-hmm.
In her age, she has designated herself being more faded back into the shadows a bit, observing, kind of guiding, and allowing the members of her family to take more of the front facing appearances. So I think right now she's just witnessing as Succulent, the rogue in the family, is going around and trying to see what is the biggest catch they can get in regards to pickpocketing.
Okay. And very easily she'll probably see sort of like a dignitary looking individual who is kind of like spending their time looking at like a craft stand, vaguely with sort of people standing around them, and just going back and forth with the person at the stall, very, very distracted, and enthralled kind of in the conversation. And yeah, so she can probably very easily go up, get something out of their pocket, and scramble on back to you like, look what I got. Isn't it cool? Isn't it?
I believe, while it is quite fascinating and wondrous to see you keeping up with your skills, I think the catch that you got last year was a bit bigger. I think you can do much more than that.
Well, yeah, but like this is a really good start. I mean, like we have the whole rest of the week here.
That's true.
This is part one
But
of like a gazillion.
Ah, so you're slowly building up the ambition. Okay.
Absolutely, because like if I go big at the beginning, then they're just gonna get scared away.
I can see your point.
Yeah, see, it's all good. I'm gonna go get another.
All right. Oh,
And like
shoot.
scampers off. Turning over to, I'm thinking probably the food court area, potentially. Just like where there's more of an intense scent of like the meats and pastries and stuff like that. We're probably gonna see potentially a mace, just because of the kind of guard thing you've set as a precedent for you. Maybe having picked up a job as someone's detail. And that could be very well like just one of the people who are like slightly meandering through the area, looking at whether it be some kind of like delicious sweet treat or anything like that. And as they're looking through, I think a couple of like teenagers off to the side got a little bit too rambunctious and like ended up bumping into them. Ah! What are you doing? And the kids come back with, chill, man. It's like, I mean, honestly, we're sorry, but like also, you gotta like chill or something, right? And your patron kind of like looks over to you. Are you going to do anything?
I'm sorry, is there anything to do? I must have missed something in the commotion.
They slammed into me. I have been injured.
I think there's like a drift over, eyes sliding to the kids. Go, shoo. Grr.
I'm getting the vibe of you took this job just because someone needed to keep this lady from not hiring someone horrible.
See, I'm protecting the populace from her, not the other way around.
There we go. And she just kind of like huffs and continues on her way. And then I think we'll pan over to more of like the games area, where we see potentially Miss Vestra probably playing a game of strength or endurance, something that's high energy.
Definitely, I was thinking like a kind of like one of those, like today we would see it as like an arcade machine where you like go up and punch the bag as hard as you can, but instead of it being a single punch, it's like a speed bag sort of situation. So it's just like Vestra is like clawing at this thing and is probably going to ruin it for the next person if somebody doesn't pull her off soon. So she's like
just going absolutely feral on this poor game.
Yeah.
And like the kind of like middle-aged assistant on to the side is just sitting here like, please don't break it, my dude. I cannot replace it. They will absolutely end me. Come on.
Oh, the objective wasn't to break it? I thought it was the game.
No! You just kind of like bop it real good. Like, what?
Oh. Did I win then?
Yeah, you won real good.
Bit of the leather like hanging out of my mouth.
You won real good. Here, have and they're just gonna like go off to the side and pick up like a like one of those carnival quality stuffed animals. Here, ma'am. Them.
I grab it. And I hold it like it is in the way that somebody might hold a large burrito. That it looks like I'm about to eat it, maybe, as I've been like walking away, kind of scrunched over myself.
Treasures of war. But yeah, and so you all three go about enjoying the day, whether it be trying to wrangle in your young rogue, making sure they don't pick off too much of a bite, or taming your Karen. Who, by the end of the day, probably just, like, is sitting in a corner, clutching her pearls.
We've got a fan, just like, they're there.
When, the evening kind of pulls in, and the main event of this festival starts taking place. The viewing of the star, which usually takes place in a central platform in the middle of these fairgrounds, on a podium 10, 20 feet tall. The star is gently lifted, and the light of it kind of encompasses the entirety of where the fairgrounds currently sits, just adding one nice soft feeling throughout the entirety of it, alleviating a lot of the negative or anything like that. It's really an emotion boost for a lot of people just to see the star and be in its light. And so it's usually pretty custom that people start gathering around this time to the podium. But something's going wrong. For some reason, the people who are working this festival seem to be in a little bit of a panic, trying their best to keep it out of the public view, but very specifically, especially with your tendencies, all three of you, to notice things, especially with your jobs, you know something's wrong. And a kind of like well-rounded older gentleman kind of comes up to the podium, and as everyone is gathering around and getting a little bit uneasy with how long it's taking for this star to come out for the ceremonies to begin, he steps forward. There will be a slight delay on our evening's festivities tonight, and the crowd starts roaring with discontent. What do you mean, why a delay? What? Throughout the crowd. And he, like, very flushedly, like, it's, all is fine, we just need, there was a little bit of a, accident with some of the equipment backstage, and, we're currently fixing things now. And hurriedly, instead of, like, taking any questions, he runs backstage. At that, I would like to open up the floor and see what you all would like to do.
I think Vestra is kind of is a little bit confused by why everybody's upset, just because she doesn't quite get what this whole thing is in the first place. She's like, I don't know, people are gathering and doing stuff. I don't understand what the problem is. So is just going to start, like, quite literally probably sniffing around. Is going to be, like, budging through members of the crowd haphazardly, if they're not smart enough to get out of the way first. And it's just going to be like, and like being like, oh, there must have been, somebody must have caused a problem or whatever, and is like, so, like, basically actively looking for looking for who's guilty, even though that may not be the case at all. It's just like how I understand the situation. So,
yeah.
Did you do it?
Okie doke. In that case, I think we're gonna go for a roll. Let's see, what would be best for, literally sniffing out someone's guilt? I don't know whether or not to go spirit or wit, because metaphysical power, but also cleverness and knowledge. I'm gonna go with wit, because it's very much more like the actual using your nose and deciphering what the smells mean.
Hell yeah. So good at wit.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's fine. Is this particular move that I'm using? Oh, figure out a person, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will do that. Oh, nope, never mind.
Oh.
Thought that was a 5. It's a 3. So it is a 3 total because I have a -1 and I rolled a 4.
Oh no. Okay.
That's fine. It's interesting.
It's interesting. Yeah. I think there's gonna be kind of like an interference with your senses. Of probably like one of the stands being really close, and they have turkey legs, and they're just like really, really good.
It's clear. It must clearly be this. The food is not delicious enough. I need some.
I need some.
What did you do to the food?
So now currently grilling this poor turkey salesman, who's like,
grilling the grill master.
Mm-hmm. And I think, what is the thingy I'm supposed to do? Sorry, I've never DM'd this system before.
No, that's fine.
Definitely think Vestra is like causing a scene more than being
Absolutely. Instead of like being
to-
any help, so they're being more of a distraction for everybody else.
Yeah. People are
Um,
interpreting my like aggressiveness towards the stand as like there is something wrong with the food, rather than me just being like,
I
I'm so
want the
hungry.
food.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So you're kind of like causing a scene over there, making it kind of. From this point, you're probably going to have a little bit harder time doing anything like covert, if that were ever going to be your point anyway. How about y'all, Monstera and Mace?
I was gonna ask Ava, would Succulent be like rooting around people or like trying to
I was
pickpocket while
contemplating.
everyone's gathered in the hubbub?
So there was two things I was contemplating. It was either send out Succulent to see it, because Monstera is like, okay, someone did a thing. It's definitely not like a weird tech issue. I know this. This is like an oldest trick in the book type of vibes of like, okay, something happened. So she's contemplating of sending Succulent out to like see if maybe she can hear anything, or have Azalea go backstage and try to like bully her way through, being like, I'm a blacksmith. I can do
I can
tech
fix
stuff.
things."
I can help if you need to. Mother sent me to help you all. And see if maybe she can get information that way.
Mhm.
So it's just like, which child of mine can I get more information from? Let's have Azalea do it, because we saw Succulent already, so we'll have the blacksmith go bully her way.
go like
backstage.
bullhorn her way in.
You're
yeah.
stoned. You can go.
Okay, gotcha, Mom. And she sort of like makes her way over to like where the backstage area entrance is, and immediately is just like, you got broken stuff in there. Mom said to fix it, cause like Star and shit.
Perfect.
Which kind of like leads to them going like, no, we have our own blacksmiths, and I think, is there a move that can, or a roll that can inflict? Would you roll for Azalea, since she's part of your family?
So the thing
matriarch?
is, the way that the family works, you can send them out, and if they're able to do something for you, they do it.
Okay.
And then there's just like their need tracker raises. But I think, kind of in the spirit of this being like a one shot, if you want me to roll to assist them out, like to help them out, I could totally do that.
I think in this, Azalea's gonna name drop you and try and like pull. Well, lo, Monstera, Mama sent me to you, so like either let me do what she told me to do, or she's gonna have an issue. So in that case, it's going to be probably the personality one, which was the daring.
Okay.
Just because, what? No, skillet. Arms enforcement is both in terms of muscle and personality. Yeah, personality. So yeah, daring.
11.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, they're just like, okay, yeah, sure, but better not. I'd rather not get sent to Alaska or something. And so they let Azalea back in.
I love this as a fantasy setting, but Alaska is still here.
Listen, man. I was like, Antarctica,
I'm all
Alaska,
down for
one of
fantasy
these two.
Alaska.
Oh no.
It's Alaska, but one of them has a umlaut over it. The A's.
There we go. There we go.
Totally different.
But yeah, so Azalea will get back there and kind of like get sort of a feel of they sometime throughout the festival, one of the guards who was posted on the star, and they usually work in teams of 3, one of them went rogue, took out the other 2, and took off with the star. And they don't
Ooh.
currently know where he is.
I see.
And Azalea comes back with that and is like, like, I don't know what to do with that beyond this, because, like, there's nothing broken back there.
And I appreciate you doing that for me, my dear. How are they going to deal with this situation?
I mean, right now it looks like they're just kind of panicking.
And they do that so well. It's almost an art. Let me see if I can gather some fellows. I suppose we can do a kind gesture for the community and see if we can track this down. It would be unfortunate if everything was canceled. I had so much writing on this. Keep me posted on anything that you hear backstage. Maybe they'll do a... If you stare at it from a distance, it looks fine type of distraction. Who knows?
Okay.
Give them that suggestion if you want to. I don't care.
Alright, gotcha, mama. And they'll go on back stage and try to, like, be your man on the inside.
All right, and I think she's gonna start trying to, like, find maybe some of her other friends, be like, hey, I have this thing. Do you want to do a thing?
Do you want to do a thing? I guess in that case, that would bring Montserrat over to Mace. With your guys' history and your knowledge of Mace.
I can totally see Mace just, like, holding Succulent by, like, a scruff. It's like, is this one of yours?
Yeah, Succulent was, like, probably, like, filtering their way through the crowds. And ended up just a little bit too close to Mace's charge.
I'm so sorry for her.
I mean, like...
No, I'm so sorry for you.
Oh?
Here you go. And she's like, scruff.
Oh no, I am getting such bad internet from you, honey.
Yeah, you're breaking up
Oh
there.
no. Let me see what I can do.
Oof. Hope it's going smoother now.
Is that better? Worse?
Better.
Better.
Okay. But yeah, what I was saying was, like, they just hand over Succulent, shirt scruff, push forward.
I mean, if they don't want their stuff taken, why do they have it here? In the public?
Didn't you say that you were spreading yourself out for the week? Go, shoot.
Oh, fine.
Go find Azalea. She's backstage. Maybe you can help her be ears.
Alright. That's easy. Sure. Juneko running up. Zaria!
So we have a problem. Well, technically, we don't have a problem. General we.
The royal we.
Go on.
Apparently, I heard that the star was just spirited away by a guard who took out the other guards, and they don't know where they went.
And you took it upon yourself for the glory, the money, the accolade, all of the above.
I am just a woman of the people. What
I know,
type
you're
of mother
so full
am
with
I?
charity.
Of
A mother
course.
to the people.
What type of mother would I be if I do not help the people and the children who need help? Also, there's a pageant that one of my other girls is going to be in, and we can't have the whole thing just be canceled.
There we are. See, we can't. You have a pageant to win.
I don't. I have a daughter, and I'm a supportive mother. Regardless, a mother is trying to help, dear.
A mother is trying to mother, I see. And that makes 1, 2. I heard something, a commotion, the smell of wet dog, so I assume Vestra.
At this point,
There we go.
Vestra pops up with a big chunk of ham in her mouth and is like, "Ah, hey, I think the food stand's clear."
Ooh. Vestra, you know you have to warn people when you come just... Anyway, hello, dear.
He's like waving with one paw while gnawing away at the
Just
honey
nom nom nom.
ham. Yeah.
That's amazing.
I don't understand.
So do you know what's going on, or do we need to fill you in as well? Okay, I will take that as yes.
Somebody did something stupid, I'm guessing, because that's what people do when they're in big crowds, right?
You're
For
not
the
wrong,
most part,
actually.
yes. Keep it quiet.
Quiet.
The star taken. I would like to see if we can find it.
Oh, I didn't do it this time, I swear. It wasn't. I didn't take whatever it was. Because it's not. That star's not tasty, right? It's like tastes terrible.
From what I know of the history, I don't believe anyone has tasted it, so I'm not sure. Please don't lick it, though. Please do not lick it.
Just goes and licks it, gives her like a zing.
We'll find you candy stars.
Yeah, you can see the very distant look of like, kind of not listening.
Oh dear. Oh well.
It's like, nobody's tasted it. And how do they know it's good?
No.
Or bad? How do they know it's not worth tasting?
Vestra's new goal is just to taste the star, isn't it?
It might be.
Sometimes you need to do a thing and just suffer the consequences to learn not to do the thing.
Vestra's
That's
nodding.
That's just how we are as people.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, because Mace is looking at Monstera like, see what you did? Look at what you did. Just in one quirk of the eyebrow.
It's more so, you know how they say don't touch fire, but sometimes young people will just like touch the fire and then they realize, oh, I should not touch the fire.
Mhm.
This is a learning opportunity.
There we go.
See, I spun it around.
Just the shake of the head.
Okay, we should start investigating. We should talk to the rest of the guards, if any. Do we want to split up so soon or be a united front?
United is fine. I do have at least 2 people backstage who know how to find me if anything comes up from back there, so that's covered at least. I suppose if this guard fought and took out the other 2, maybe they'll be in the medical bay.
Alright.
Good start. And that's where they'll be headed. I
Okay.
think they'll excuse themselves from their patron for the remainder of the night, given the circumstances.
Yeah.
And if they need a refund, they just throw the gold right back at her.
She just kind of like waves you off and goes further into the crowd. All prissily. Seems like this person doesn't really care about the money, more was just like the status of having someone following them around. And you turned out to be not what they wanted.
We just couldn't handle Mace.
But yeah, so you guys are going to make your way over to the infirmary, which, with this being a larger festival, they do have sort of like this triage area set up with like a couple of beds and bunks and stuff like that for the public, as well as a larger section set up for the guards, for just in case. It's never really been used before until now. And you will find like a small gathering of nurses and a doctor sort of wandering around there with the two guards, one of which is still asleep, but the other could be conversed with. I guess who wants to be the one to talk their way in? Don't all everybody jump at once.
I mean, I have -1 grace, so I don't know if I can talk fluently.
I don't give a crap about my stats, but I didn't want to step on anybody's toes.
Please go.
Yeah,
This-
I'm gonna.
This will be funny.
Yeah, in a very like, I don't understand social norms sort of manner.
Love it.
Definitely not autistic coded.
No, not at all.
Yeah, not even a little. I think Vestra they just are like, oh, I'm just going inside. I don't like
Just kind of like bull your way through.
Yeah. Like, walk with confidence, but they don't realize that's what they're doing. Just-
Okay, yeah. Give me a grace roll and see whether or not your walk with confidence works.
Let's see. Is there a move? Yeah, let's see. What am I doing? Yeah. Sure. Swiftness and elegance. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what's happening here.
Or like I feel like if you're going, what?
This is running gag that I rolled terribly
Oh no!
in certain games, and this is apparently one of those games. Because I got a 5 total. Great.
Oh,
Love it. So yeah, is it defy disaster? Is that what we're just gonna do for this?
defy disaster. Is that one of your moves or?
It is one of
It's
the
one of
like,
the mechanics.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
core
my bad,
moves.
my bad, my bad.
Yeah, when you push it's kind of but like it could work in this situation. It was like when you push your limits to achieve something extraordinary that's not covered by another move to avert an imminent danger or to yourself or someone else. Say what you're willing to sacrifice, pick your approach. I don't know if that's right. I'm trying to think of like
I don't think that's exactly fit what we're doing. But I can twist it.
you could also do emotional support. No, that's not. That's for like helping somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure. I'm fine with whatever. Because I rolled a 5, so it's like bad results regardless. So. And I think the obvious part of it is that it's Vestra, and in their attempt to walk confident, maybe this increases my. Let me go to my thing because I have my feral stat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Increase feral when you express yourself in a shocking way through your appearance. You display intense emotion that society wants you to conceal. Yeah, I think I'm displaying intense emotion that society wants to conceal because.
Yeah, so you look kind of sort of like another danger that could be coming in to like.
Yeah, it's like too confident.
Yeah.
It's like way aggressively confident.
Aggressively
like,
confident.
rah! Just like very like, oh, there's a monster running towards our door right now. Oh God, close it.
Yeah, I think in that case, sort of the nurses and doctor and what little guards are around this area are kind of like forming a wall, just like, excuse me, what are you doing?
Huh? Well, I'm here to help. I'm here. That's the problem. I'm helping. Say.
Help? You look like you're about to kill somebody.
What?
I don't.
Is there? And then like she's like getting to a fight stance and is like, is somebody under danger?
Oh no. I think at that, the guards will kind of like hold up, sort of like the shields that they have, which are kind of these weird energy kind of shields rather than, metal ones. And that way it is collapsible into like this little thing that's on their arms, and are starting to like make a literal wall holding their weapons and holding you at bay.
Yeah, I think I'm clawing at the shields without realizing that I'm clawing at them. And Vestra is just like, oh, it's a like, because they mentioned, oh, it feels like you're trying to hurt somebody, and it's just like, oh, there's somebody in danger in there. It's like not understanding that they're like saying, no, it feels like you're.
No, it feels like you're the danger.
Yeah. You gotta let me in. I gotta help.
We're just watching this happen.
I love it. Yeah.
You think I should step in now? Wait until they're apprehend? Which one? Timing.
What does your trust your gut? Trust your gut. Whatever you
I would have
feel.
left 5 minutes ago and just trudges on in. Puts a gentle but firm hand on Vestra's shoulder to like move them back. We would like to speak to the guards concerning the star.
Who says there's anything wrong with the...
We don't have to do the coy, there's nothing wrong. We know what's wrong, so please.
I'm gonna say that is gonna be another, since this is a higher energy situation, and your friend, it seems, is the one who got them all up in arms, we're gonna have to do another roll there. But I think it's going to be not a figure someone out roll, it's gonna be where is it? I should have had a better page for telling me what rolls.
Maybe entice.
Yeah, I think entice would work.
Entice would be where I would be going for. So that's a heart roll.
And that's gonna be flat. Big money, no whammies. That's a 6.
Ah.
Oh no.
Do I have anything I can help with that? Am I able to provide any assistance with that? Like maybe having Monstera in the background being the calm, imposing person that she is. Could I roll to see if I could assist? At least get you to a 7.
Yes. Yeah, I'll let you do like a help roll. And do that as a horde. Why is there no things in this that are legit like just help rolls? The one session I had before this is not helping me.
I mean, emotional support kind of is the help one.
Yeah.
We'll go with heart. Because I have no spirit. That is... My heart's +2, so... 11.
Okay, yeah, so that gets you to the 7. especially with how disastrous this has been. That is great. Because that
can
would be a
also,
mixed success. Ba.
because you're using emotional support, you can also choose to take a string on. So if they open up to you, they choose one, and you either choose one or take a string on them. And then there's a list of things of clear condition, mark XP, +1 forward. Which obviously I take a +1 forward.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll do the plus forward and the need to read the entire thing. And then also I think also gain insight from the GM about an obstacle facing one of us. So I think overall in general, how best to talk to the guards.
Okay. In context with this, you see that they're all very much pulled off kilter. It was one of their own that seemed to betray them, and so they're at a point of not trusting a lot of people, including their own ranks, except for those who they knew before. And even them, they're kind of sitting there like, I don't know. So coming at them with a understanding of, I know what betrayal feels like, and like relating to them on that aspect would be probably your best bet at getting more information out of any of these guards. Specifically the ones that are currently not injured, but also everyone else. And as for entice, getting string on them unless they decide to choose one. Get flustered and awkward, promise something they think you want, or give in to desire. I think in this situation, they'll all kind of very reluctantly back off, especially with Mansura standing behind you and kind of like putting her personality into this as well. What do you need with? What do you need over here? You said you needed to talk to our colleagues.
I know
Why?
they're resting. If we can get any information, if the person who apprehended, betrayed, etc., them, if they possibly look possessed or they were paid off, anything, any hints that could get the star back to us faster.
All right, fine. You only got a minute, and they'll kind of like pull back and let you guys through temporarily.
And they don't waste that minute for a comeback or tired retort. They just march right on in.
Yeah. Inside, you're going to see two bodies who have had their armor removed, and looking very, very worn and tired. A lot more so than what should be possible with it just being a fight that they got into. They look like they've literally had parts of them, their energy taken from them, like literally drained. And as you walk up to them, one of them's like, you got questions, I heard. What do you want?
If you can just tell me about the assailant. If they had any ragged look in their eye, any glint that seemed different.
I don't think so. I mean, he was fine until he decided that we shouldn't have our heads on ours. We were just talking plans about Saturday. because like my kids and his, they hang out all the time. So we were planning, and then just suddenly he decided that me and Joey over there, Joey is the currently knocked out still, needed to not breathe so well no more. And it came on so fast. It was out of nowhere. How does someone go from talking about his kids to trying to rip me apart?
Easy. Money, power. It wasn't worth the relationship, clearly, but we'll bring them to justice.
Did you happen to see where they went, or did you manage to hear them say anything about where they were going next?
They had this crystal thing. I don't know how, but it sucked up the star, and then they just disappeared. There wasn't even like a trail to follow, at least not that I could see. And then I was here. I don't know how that can help at all.
No, it helps. We should go back to the stage, or at least wherever the star was being watched over.
If you could, don't hurt him. I know
You have my word.
it's weird, but this isn't him. It can't be.
Make sure to rest easy. I'll see to it that some assistance for your family is sent your way.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Both of you. Meanwhile, I'm assuming Vestra's just still in the background being feral.
I think Vestra is like, is trying to contain themselves of like in the best way that they can. So it's just like, just like kind of like pacing back and forth, not realizing that it looks kind of like a
caged
cougar
animal.
Yeah. And it's just, but that's like, I need to exert my energy somewhere, but is trying not to impose that on the room too much. Like, oh, there's like a sign I think Monstera uses to be like, we love
Calm.
you, but calm, and it's like, okay, and it's like taking note of like, don't kill. It's like saying, like muttering that
just
to
muttering
herself.
that underneath which is making the staff very uncomfortable. They're just all kind of like huddling up into one corner, trying to make it not obvious that they're huddling up. But yeah, I guess you guys were going to be making your way back to the stage, back behind, where Azalea and Succulent are?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously you've already got them to let you through on your reputation already, so it's very easily, you just kind of like march on in. To which you find both Azalea and Succulent's kind of doing this weird perimeter thing, listening out for anything that might be interesting, and Azalea somehow became the one that the man who was doing the announcements earlier is now just venting to. And I think she's looking a little uncomfortable with it, just like, like, yeah, I get it, buddy, but, like, you ain't family. There.
I'm making a note. Give Azalea a vacation after all this is done.
Awesome.
Long nap.
Long nap. Yeah, and you will come up to him just like panically spewing out, and now we don't know where it could possibly be, and it's not just this festival that could be ruined, it could be the entire city. And just like absolutely losing his mind before he turns and notices you guys. How are you back here? Nothing's wrong.
With our legs.
I was just about to say that. You're sobbing over one of my daughters, so I wanted to make sure she was okay.
Oh. Okay.
Please unhand her. Take a couple steps. Thank you.
Kindly steps back. Right. Yeah, right. So I'm assuming you already looks sideways to where the star is supposed to be. No? Cool. Awesome. Awesome. You know, we already have a lot of people out looking for the star and this individual. Are you here to help?
I think Mace is just kind of ignoring the emotional drama and just going straight to where the star was being held.
Okay.
If possible, could I use Defy Disaster to like see if there's any magical essence since the person just like disappeared?
Yeah.
All right. Willpower, metaphysical skill, plus spirit. This isn't necessarily Mace's wheelhouse, but they're gonna use the power of gay. The power of lesbians.
Go.
The power of
Let's go.
lesbians.
Yes, the power of lesbianism. Please enchant this roll. It's an 8.
Hey! There we go.
Hey.
Alright, hard choice or sacrifice. I think I'm gonna go. I just looked over to chat immediately and saw the lesbian power is real.
It is.
I love it. I think with you pushing through and like you will get something out of this, and you will see sort of not so much a trail, but a collection of the essence that was one, the star, and two, the power that was used to absorb the star. But it is going to definitely kind of wear you out to the point of where is my thing? Yeah, no, give me a thingy. How dare you? That is sort of going to, I'm trying to find a way to describe, basically, like, boggle your brain for a hot second, physically, to where it, like, kind of zaps through. And
Yeah,
I think...
like a -1 to a stat or 2?
Yeah, -1.
Okay.
Because it's not, like, a big thing, but it's also, something's gonna happen.
The market
Yeah,
condition.
it's tiring no matter what.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, condition would work too.
Condition. Where are my conditions? There are my conditions.
Angry, frightened, guilty, hopeless, and insecure. And when you mark one, it takes up -2 to a specific.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna
Move.
do, we're gonna go with, insecure.
You're insecure. Don't know. Okay.
Yes.
I felt in my spirit that that was going to happen.
Same.
My very soul. I, th- I at the very least think Monstera, and this does not have to be role played out, but like
Mhm.
she's taken on the responsibility of like, okay, this man is stressing me the fuck out and I don't want any of this anymore. So just for like the shits and giggles, she's gonna use her ability strong in a real way to try to give him words of wisdom and give him a +1 forward to see if they pursue my advice. Just like, I need you to calm, because if you don't calm, then you're going to age rapidly. Not even like in yearly sense, but just in emotion, physical, mental sense. You're going to age yourself. And do you want to age yourself to the point that you cannot support the people around you? No, you don't want to do that. So I need you to take a step back, go get some water, sit down, and take deep breaths. Stop bothering my children.
Okay.
Here's a +1 forward. Do what I say.
Yeah, he will kind of like take that step back and go like, a break sounds good. A break sounds real good. Huh. And he's gonna like point to one of the guards. Help, however they need, please. Huh. And like goes off to probably find something much stronger than water.
Don't forget water.
Hydration is important.
Absolutely.
You can have your other thing, but also drink water.
Yeah. Backing up.
Nace,
on-
did you find anything?
I found something. I feel like shit about it, but and then just like relays that information.
But yeah. So you
didn't
have.
eat that.
Sorry.
You didn't eat some of the stuff that you found, right? Is that why you feel bad? I always find sometimes you feel bad because you eat bad things.
That's one of the ways.
Vestra is becoming my new favorite gremlin.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be like in the spirit of Monstera. I'll be like handing over like a gourd full of like water, being like,
You need
Oh.
this more than I do.
Aww.
And in the spirit of kindness, they take one swig and then pass it right back. To be polite.
Sage mother nodding. Good, excellent.
Good children. But yeah, so you guys have a sort of energy signature that if you want to try, you can try and like focus in on that and follow where you might find other traces of it. Or you can also continue questioning the guards here, see if any of them seen anything beforehand or in their interactions with this individual before this, which I've just realized I've never given him a name. His name is now Marty.
You have time. Oh. What a evil name, Marty.
Marty. But yeah, where would you like to go with this?
I mean, I know Monstera doesn't really have anything pertaining to reading energy signatures. That's not her wheelhouse. Her wheelhouse is talking to people, so she'll probably ask others around to see if they've heard or seen anything beforehand and check in with Succulent to see if she's heard anything either.
In fact, yeah, with Succulent, she'll come up and report. So, like, they all seem kind of really spooked. Like, There was apparently a couple of weird energy bursts, like in the last couple of days, which is why there's so many. Because like from previous years, there had been a lot of guards, obviously, but not this many. There's significantly more in this year than there have been in the previous festivals. Which has made Sekian's job a little bit harder. So she's
Fair
definitely
enough.
noted that. Apparently there was like a whole bunch of weird bursts, like in the last week or two before the actual moving it here. And then they moved it here and it just went like radio silent. And then it goes missing. On the other hand of that, I now have a friend who most definitely does not like blueberries, but it can be persuaded to look the other way if I give him a tart.
Uh-huh.
It's great. I'm just gonna go, like, work in his section of the city now. It's gonna be great.
Live your best life, my dear. You have my support. The weird energy signatures for the past couple days before it kind of went silent.
Mm-hmm. And you'll get kind of from like talking to the other guards around that there have been a few guards that have gone missing before this point. And I'm just giving you that because at this point your personality with them is literally just give me the information, I'll deal with it. But yeah, there have been guards that have gone either missing or turned up a couple of days later with no memory of to where they went. With similar energy signatures to the one that were popping up randomly before that. So, do with that what you will. But yes.
I'm just trying to think of what to do.
I think...
Do we have any, like, physical direction that we know of?
Yeah, I was just about to get to that one because I was like, oh, I didn't actually give them the where the signatures were going off.
I was about to ask, like, how can we find out where these are coming from?
So a lot of them were focused in the lower districts of the city, with a few more kind of like trailing their way up to the crafts district, where a lot of the artisans and forgeries and stuff like that are. So a lot of that area over there, even some of you had noticed that guards in that area had been picking up, but sort of trepidatiously. Like they were not so much scared of going in, but knew that there was sort of a reluctance to be the one to be sent into that area.
This seems to be your area of expertise. Non-offensively, of course.
Well, let's get going then.
Alright.
And we're hoofing it.
Yeah.
Alrighty, it'll take not so much a good bit of the day, but a good section of time. I don't know how to pronounce 2 words. A good deal of the afternoon to get to that. So it'll be almost full dark at this point. A good deal of the festival has like realized that it's not happening tonight. It's gonna have to be, and there's been like an announcement put out that like, so things are happening. We'll do this tomorrow.
They gotta come up with a better excuse. They just they have to word better.
I can't word better, man. They're better at this than I am. It's fine.
Pretend they said something
But
very
they
eloquent.
said something very eloquent and good excuse-wise.
Yeah.
I'm just dumb.
Okay. Hey, no. None of this during Pride Month.
Yeah.
It's in the name.
Yeah. Right.
Listen. But yeah, so you guys will all make your way over to the crafts section of the town and sort of like the lower district, where I'm guessing you guys want to start like asking around for some of the guards or seeing anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay. You will come up to one of the guards who were stationed out in this area. And they will kind of like, yeah, I mean, like, it was scary for a minute, but like, it's apparently stopped. Why? What's going on?
No reason, don't worry about
it. It seems like they don't know yet about the star.
No reason, just curious. Thank you.
Okay.
You're doing such a wonderful job.
Thank you.
You're doing so great. You're living your
I
best
just want-
life.
I
Nothing's
know
wrong.
sometimes we don't appreciate the gods around here. I just wanted to let you know that I appreciate you.
Well, thank you, ma'am.
You're so welcome.
Very kind.
Of course.
I'm gonna get back on my rotation. And they'll kind of just like get marching through. You will notice that there is sort of a gaggle of, I like that word, gaggle. I'm sorry.
It's a good word.
It's a good word, but I keep using it.
Good word.
A collection of sort of like the young adults who seemed very steampunky in their outfit choice. That are just kind of like looking out and taking view of the area, especially where sort of this shop with more intricately carved crystallariums and such like that. And they just kind of like keep whispering back and forth to each other. And on the other side of the kind of like opening that you found yourselves in is sort of this very bedraggled looking old man who's just kind of like leaning against the wall, looking down and making himself seem as small as possible, but to a trained eye you notice that he is looking out, watching and making sure that things don't interfere with a certain area.
Is this like a is this supposed to be more of like a guard, or is this a
He looks like a homeless man.
Okay. Yeah, I think Vestra is like going to end up wandering over to him and the very like, and just like very immediately like pokes face into close, like way closer than is comfortable for most people, and is doing the head tilt back and forth, being like,
What? What's wrong?
Nothing. Can you, like, take a step back?
she she looks behind her to see if there's room, and then does the like literal one step back, so it's only like an inch away further.
Uh-huh.
It's just like,
Is that better?
Yeah. Can I help
You seem like you're hungry.
No. I get fed just fine.
Then why are you looking for food?
I'm not. I'm just looking.
What are you looking for then?
I think this is gonna be an entice. Trying to get them
Hmm.
to. Or no. Figure out a person. So
Sure.
roll plus what?
oh yeah, baby, I'm so good at the things I keep doing. Come on.
Oh no!
3 total. No, the cool thing about this one shot is that I'm getting so much XP.
So much experience.
Yeah, I think I'm like even like trying to obviously it's like obviously if anybody is uncomfortable with the idea of Vestra licking another person, then I won't do that, but I think that is like the like you seem like you need cleaning kind of thing of like like here, and that leads to the to the like no.
Dude, yeah. Please no. Please no. What are you
Something's wrong with you. Let me help.
No. I mean, there's nothing wrong with. What are you doing?
I'm gonna grab by like the back of the like the scruff and be like,
You're looking for something, and I need to help you.
it's just like picking him up and be like,
Show me where thing you look for.
I think. 1 second. Do I have one of my mods in chat?
oh, is there something happening?
Yeah.
Oh,
Message.
Yeah. I'm gonna pop over into that real quick. Listen, we get it. You're trying to make a buck, but also don't self-promote on my thing. Anyway.
but yeah, I lift him up by the basically by like the back of the shirt or the. Or
Yeah,
by
I
the
think at
scruff
this
of
point
the
he's
neck,
gonna
like,
start struggling to get away. I think we have started a little bit of a not so much brawl, but like he is physically trying to get away from you, and I'm gonna need you to roll probably the strength one. Which one's what strength one? My brain is completely fried. I'm so sorry.
No, you're okay.
Daring.
Yeah. Is it an actual like? I think Vestra would be fine with fighting this person because Vestra's like, hey, I'm trying to help you. Now you're
Yeah.
trying to beat the crap out of me. So, want to use the actual fight move, or is it to fight disaster?
I think with Vestra, probably the fight, because this
Okay.
guy is going to start struggling to get away, and I'm assuming Vestra's going to react to that.
Yeah. When you seek to incapacitate someone with violence, roll plus daring or grace. I'm gonna roll with daring because I'm good at that. Okay. Sorry, my dice rolled in a weird angle, so I had to turn them.
You're totally good.
7 total because I have +2.
Yay!
So choose 2 and
So
your
choose 2
chooses
and your
1.
opponent. I choose 1.
I am going to create an opportunity for an ally through prowess or distraction.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm just like all up in his biz. So very like distraction where it's like like I'm doing like the like not letting your prey like get away, like they're like trying
Yeah,
to get
you have
around
effectively
you and you're
picked
just
this person up, and they are just like flailing in the
Mhm.
air.
Like they try to like push me off and run away and I'm just
Mhm.
like, no, get back here. Grab them by the back of the scruff and like holding them. And then I think I seize a superior. No, that's kind of already. Yeah, it makes sense actually. I seize a superior position. Take an object from your opponent or seize a superior position. So
Okay.
yeah, I think I'm holding him and like basically like, where are you going? Why are you running? Why are you running?
Yeah, and this is obviously causing a big commotion off to the side, where now this man is center view, with Vestra just kind of holding him aloft, like his feet can no longer touch the ground. What are you?
Vestra, this isn't productive.
But he's looking for something.
Put
And
him
he keeps saying
down,
he's not.
and we can have a conversation.
And then I bring his head back towards mine and like,
I'm only putting you down because she told me to. And if you try to run, don't.
and then like drops him.
Yeah, I think he's gonna like kind of just ragdoll down. Okay. What do you said questions, and he's gonna point over to you, Mace.
First of all, I would like to apologize for her. She isn't house trained. And they just kind of squat, so they're like at least eye level. We just have some questions. You said you were searching for something. We're also searching for something.
Listen, man, I don't. How do I do advantage with this game? Can there be advantage with this game? I don't think so. Powered by the Apocalypse doesn't do much for
that would be a
Technically-
string, right?
Yeah, technically it's
Yeah.
a string, yeah.
You also can take a string on me as part of the choose one from fight.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be honest, the strings things have never made sense to me.
It's a one shot. Do what you want.
I know.
Honestly.
What feels right in this moment?
We're here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah.
There we go. I think, oh my lord, I just completely lost track of my mind. Like, my train of thought and where I was doing things. Awesome. Anyway, but yeah, this guy sort of is just, like, very flustered and trying, like, to inch his way further away from Vestra, while also staying close to you because you seem to be able to control her. A little bit. And it's like, I can't.
Because you're being forced to secrecy or you physically cannot.
I don't know where it is, and I don't remember. It's at this point, up until this point, you've gotten like a vague description of the man who took the star. This guy is looking like a slightly older version of that man.
I'm sorry about the aggression earlier, but we can help you.
I don't know where it is. I don't know what happened. I don't remember taking it, but they said to keep... I just woke up.
Then, at the very least, you can come with us.
Where?
Maybe we can rejog your memory. We're grasping at straws at this point, but we can try.
I can take you where I woke up.
Perfect as a start.
Yeah, and he will kind of like pull himself somewhat more together in this very like, you can tell that these clothes are not his.
Mm-hmm.
It seems as though he found them, and they're very like worn and torn, probably out of a trash can somewhere. And he is going to slowly, like staggeredly, lead you back down a couple alleyways to what looks to be a decrepit old manufacturing building. And he will just turn to you and be like, I woke up there, and points like to a corner. Was leaning against the wall and like this. I don't know how. I wouldn't ever.
I have a question real
Mhm.
quick. Has instead of saying gag, I'll say the murder of steampunk kids that were also there, have they been kind of following what's been occurring so far, and or maybe have one of them followed us or anything?
My D&D 5e is showing. I was like, yeah, make a perception check. Let's go with a heart roll question mark, which would be...
There is also figure out a person, which is plus wit. But I know heart is Monstera's like better stat, so I'm gonna shut up.
Hey, I have at least a +1 in wit, so anyone will work.
You can also generally use Defy Disaster to be like... It's just your like, if
Yeah.
you can't think of anything, you can just do Defy Disaster.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Defy Disaster.
Okay.
Just because it's basically... I was trying to figure out whether or not one of them is specifically for seeing whether or not you see someone, but apparently.
I was also planning to do use my move been around, which is when you enter a new location, roll wit to see if you recall an adventure here or if something here reminds you of something, and depending on what happens, I either get advantage to help me in what's going on, or I can ask you a question.
Okay.
I don't know if that would work in this specifics, or if you want me to still do Defy Disaster.
Let's actually go ahead and do that one, just because it will give you a little bit more of whether or not someone did follow you, or... And if not, you can still get something out of it.
Hell yeah.
That is That's a 9.
Okie doke.
So that means I can just ask the GM a question about the location. This location that seemingly Marty, the guard, has brought us to, is there any semblance of that energy signature here as well?
You do feel remnants of it. Circulate, mainly coming from within the building itself, and there's like vague essences on the outside. So you feel like this is probably where either the crystal that took the star was made, or something else. As to your previous question, you do notice that every so often there have been like shuffles from behind, but you don't know whether or not they actually came here or if it's one of the steampunk kids or anything like that.
Well, I'll be darned. I have a question and I have no one here to take my money to help me with said question. I'm willing to pay top dollar to whoever can help me with this particular query that I have right now. Maybe some rapscallion, maybe someone who is better known in this town. I'm just not too sure what to do about the situation.
I mean,
Jingle, jingle.
jingle, jangle, jingle. I mean,
Or maybe a boon, a job, a scholarship. Oh, I don't know. So many possibilities to help someone if they just help me out.
scholarship. Hi.
There you are. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
What may I call you, my dear?
Velvet. Hi.
Oh, that's a lovely name.
What did you need to ask?
I just have a query. You and your friends seem to be well versed in observation. Can you tell me what has been transpiring over the past couple of days, especially in regards to that warehouse?
That you shouldn't go in there. That's Tame's place.
Do any of us know who Thames is?
Tame's, for those of you who work a little bit in the underground of the city, Tames is a name that you are familiar with, but not a person you know. They are a dealer. They know how to get the items you want, and they know how to get them to you without being seen, known, or heard of. They have a couple of different locations throughout the city. Most of the time, they move. Apparently, according to this kid, this is one of the new ones.
Fascinating. Well, my dear Velvet, I thank you for the warning. I want you to, and she goes into her blouse and pulls out a card. This location here, you will meet with, let me come up with a name. Ivy, yeah. You will meet with a woman about yay high, about this wide, blonde hair. Name is Ivy. She is one of my representatives. Speak with her, tell her that there's a scholarship in your name, and she'll work with you.
Awesome. Thank you. This is gonna help so much.
Of course.
Yes. Thank you. And she's just gonna like scuttle off, immediately, just like grinning ear to ear.
Well, we have at least someone who has the means of taking the star. And one of their locations, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
You might have that pageant after all.
Only the best for my girls.
But yeah,
Well, I
assuming-
guess we're gonna go win.
Sounds good. You will find that, of course, the door is locked, and it's sort of like a big, like, garage door that has a couple of different security measures on the side, like latching it closed.
I have a sword. We all have swords.
We all have swords.
It's in
We
the
all have
name.
swords.
Yeah.
You just
wants to
power
break
through the
it?
door.
Who wants to break it? Go for it. I would like a fight roll.
Gonna hit that daring, baby.
Let's go.
Fight the door.
Fight
the
Fight
door.
the door.
Door.
Fight the door.
The door.
That's a 12.
Let's go.
Oh, yeah, you fight
Yeah.
Yeah, no, the door has officially been murdered. You have 3 choices. I don't know what you would take on the door. But it's dead, and it's got a really big hole in it.
Yeah,
Kill
it's
the door.
just done. Just like stepping through like whatever metal or shrapnel is left, and then offers
Yeah.
a hand to the other two to gently guide them through this wounded appliance.
I don't think I take the hand, but I do go through.
Just kind of like hop on in. Yeah, within you see a general warehouse build with shelves going up to the ceiling, lots of boxes all over the place. There doesn't seem to be any people in here. But you do notice that that energy signature that you've now become familiar with is emanating very strongly from underneath the floor.
Fight the floor.
Fight the
I mean,
I'm gonna look
not
for
pun
some stairs
intended, the
first.
floor is yours.
Yes.
Looking for stairs or like a hatch, anything hidden before like invoking more violence on this poor building.
I'm not even gonna make you go for that one, honestly. It is pretty easy to find a set of stairs, though they are pretty rickety going down. Though there also seems to be a door on the opposite side of the opening in the room that is kind of like blacked out and stuff, so you don't know what's behind there.
All right, that door then.
Sounds good. This one is a little bit more of a sophisticated lock. Definitely more like iron built security door, rather than something you can unfortunately just get in.
That's fair. Did any of those scholarship earning rapscallions know a code?
I'm going to invoke I'm using my family. Succulent doesn't have to be here for this, but I want to see if, with now the name of Thames, if maybe Succulent has had any with Thames before, so probably may know a code.
I'm gonna roll something real quick, just because odds. Evens or odds?
Even.
Okay, yeah. Succulent has had a dealing with Tame before. you're not sure whether or not this code is going to work, but you are free to try it. It was sort of a dealing in. I'm gonna go with tools because of the regulation on some of the tools for her trade. Getting them from an outside source without a real track to it, probably better for her.
Okay. Succulent has had dealings with Tame before. I don't know how up to date they keep their codes, but here's one, insert one here, and they tend to deal with tools of the trade. So we can try this random assortment of passwords
Of letters.
and see if that works.
Unfortunately, no. And as you enter in that one, there are 3 lights above the door. One of them pops red.
So 2 more chances.
6, 9, 6, 9. Not actually. Not doing that.
What's the thinking one? What's the thinking one? Wit? Can we make some wit checks?
Absolutely.
Look around for some notes or something.
Yeah, if you guys want to go ahead and look around and see if there's anything on the shelves or anything like that, absolutely.
I think that's definitely what, I'm not that good at it, but I think just by circumstance that I am like just nosing my way around this place, being like, what's over here, what's over there, what's over that, and like probably knocking stuff over and making it very hard for stuff to stay hidden, because if you're hiding something, usually you put it in a delicate spot rather than a obvious spot.
Yeah. In that case, I'm gonna say that is gonna be, while it's not figuring out a person, it applies. You know?
Gotcha. I can do that. There's no... I can do it. I got it.
You got
this.
this.
This is the one time that my dice will roll double 6s, and everything will be great.
It'll be good. Power
I'm
of the
due.
lesbian.
Hey, I got a 7. I'll take it.
Hey!
Yay!
That's after the -2. So
There we go. So you get 2 questions.
you may ask 2 questions, but they may ask one of you. What do you hope we get from? How do I get you to? What do you love most? How do I get you to open? Door?
Door, how do you open?
Yeah, the first question really is, how would you feel if I ripped you apart? Which is basically like, what is gonna happen if I get
If you
fed
just
up
break
and just
it?
decide this? Yeah, if I decide that I don't care about the security log.
You do notice that along the sides of the door, it is very securely placed in, and there is seemingly a little bit of extra cushion around it before it hits the other wall, the rest of the wall on either side, seeming to signify that this door, if broken into, will most definitely cause damage, 1, to the structure itself, and to whoever broke it. Whether it be an explosion or something of that sort. You can't have evidence on her, Tame, if it doesn't exist. And as for the how to get you to open, as you are kind of like walking through and like bumping into things, I will say one of the boxes on the top of one of these shelves comes crashing down. And shattering open.
Like, nearly hits me, and I jump out of the way.
And inside are a couple of those tools of the trade that Succulent had so earnestly gotten from Tame before. And it's sort of like this very high-tech hacking thing. That being said, we're going to have to see whether or not one of you can use it.
Yeah, I'm standing there with this like box having shattered open or like spilled its guts out in front of me. I don't. Maybe it's Ava's character. The brain is blanket Monstera. Maybe Monstera comes around to be like, ugh.
What did you do?
what problem are you causing now? Kind of attitude, I imagine. And then I'm just like, I'm like pointing at the box, like,
No, it tried to attack me.
It tried to attack me.
Well, I'm happy to see that you're okay. A good find.
yeah,
but
I'll pick it up and be like,
I don't know how this thing works.
somebody else takes it, please.
nice. I guess, and who would like to try and use our hacking device if that is the way y'all want to go?
What would the role be if we were to use this hacking device?
I think with
Tearing,
this,
stab the.
just stab it. No, this would be Defy Disaster, just because it's outside of the normal of what is available in this game system.
Okay.
And I think it would be a wit. Unfortunately, I've done a whole bunch of wit rolls in this game.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Dare you?
Somebody argue for grace if because it's swiftness, elegance. Maybe like the device is very finicky.
I could be persuaded for grace.
Yeah, just to mix it up mostly.
Yeah, I can't argue how to charm this device to work.
Yeah, I'm like,
Just smooth
I
tops the door.
Yeah.
I have a 1 in grace, but if somebody else is better or would prefer to do it, I would love to give the spotlight to somebody else.
My grace
We
is
could
at
also
0.
do willpower, like, you know how whenever you get new tech and you just literally just like
Just
and like
percussive
bulldog
maintenance.
your way through making it work. We could do spirit. Just to give options.
I'm willing to, at the very least, because I cannot charm the door. I would like to at least do strong in a real way to provide some words of wisdom, and see if maybe I can give at least a +1 forward to whoever wants to roll it.
Okay, for sure.
Mace, do you?
Oh no, my grace is -1.
All right, cool. I'll do it.
So that will be 13.
Okay. Yeah, no,
So
that's...
I give you a +1 forward, and you give me a string.
I
Ta-da.
give you a string. I will take that +1 forward then.
The advice is something simple of focus your mind. Think of this as prey that you need to subdue to make it work for you. It is not food. It is not food. But it is something that will get you
It
to
is not food.
to a feast. It will help you get to a feast. Think of this as a hawk. As you watch it, it guides you.
Yeah, there's like as the whole time you're describing it, it's like a fingers to temple, both sides holding the device in mouth and like
Not food.
Not food.
like oh yeah, just holding the device while trying to like focus it
Oh,
on
yeah,
your
yeah.
words, and then taking the device out of mouth and being like
But yeah, you have
hooking
a
it into the
+1.
system. Okay, cool. So I'm rolling with a +2 total.
Yeah.
Defy disaster. A thing I've never been capable of in my life.
Know that feel.
That's a 12 total, baby.
Let's go!
Do it with style. At the GM's discretion, you may also learn new information, discover a new opportunity, or gain a string on someone.
And a string on the door.
This
So
door.
many doors have strings in this game. It's fine.
I know this door so well.
Yeah, so the door will definitely pop open. There is a sort of very mechanical clunk as it releases and slightly opens. Within, you find a large selection of crystals similar to the ones that were described to have eaten up the star, though these don't seem to contain any of the energy signature. You can tell that they sort of are more dull than what they should be, and in some of them there are even small etchings of different things. One of them has a sort of like pile of coins intricately carved into the front, and the other one, another one has an actual like face of somebody, very rudimentarily carved, and more like that of just like random objects and people and things on the sides of these crystals that are just sitting dully on what looks to be like a work table with some like archaic runes and stuff like that, of magic that hasn't been practiced largely in the last century or two. But yes, that is what here.
I'm just gonna look over at the other two. Over at Monstera and name character. I'm so bad with character names.
Mace.
Mace, there it is. And be like, huh? Just like, this is your problem now. I don't want to touch.
I got the door
things.
open.
Yeah.
I think Mace will go through just to gather what's left, like intel wise. Hopefully, there's some star fragments or another like arrow to go in. Maybe look through the rest. How tall is this building? Like, how many floors are we? Just like the first floor, the garage.
So it's sort of like a open top warehouse. You know how they have like the catwalks up above and stuff like that? So it's about 2 to 3 stories high, but it only has a second story of like catwalks up in the top. With, like I said, the shelvings and stuff going from floor to ceiling in a lot of places, as well as a couple of rooms, it seems, on that second floor. And then obviously the stairs down. So it obviously goes a little further down as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll just case this first room first.
Yeah. Other than the work table with the crystals, there seems to be just like a lot of rudimentary components to spells and magic within it, which, again, while this is a fantasy world and magic is largely practiced, not so much in this way anymore. It has become a lot more elegant and less rudimentarily needing things to be sacrificed or used to power spells so much. There was a time long ago that they found they were able to imbue items with energy to focus and power spells. But yeah, so it's just kind of like hangings of herbs and stuff like that, and small vials of pieces of things, whether it be things that were once living, or plants, or just like stones. So just a large array of that. It seems to be a room very, very Yep, I lost my word. Very focused on the old way of practicing magic.
Is there any means of finding anything that can track crystals or anything of that nature? Because it seems like at least a crystal that we're trying to find may not be here. So maybe finding a means of like tracking it down.
Yeah, like some divination tools.
In this room, definitely you can probably find, there is a basin of water with a select grouping of sort of these different minerals and herbs circling around it. And you feel that you could probably get it to work if you gave it a real good try. You'll just
I
have
have
to
a
figure out a way
negative
to
1 in
focus
spirit,
it.
so.
Okie doke.
Oh no, I have a -1 in spirit, so I.
Oh,
Unless,
I heard
again,
one. I don't know why. I
Again,
just phased
I
out the
can
negative.
talk to it real good. I don't. It hurts me, but I don't
I
have
have
spirit
plus
in
one
this.
spirit, so I can take
Okay.
it. All right.
Yeah, Vestra is sniffing at the herb.
Sniff, sniff, what this?
All right. Oh boy. Money, no whammies.
Come on.
That is a 8.
Okie doke.
Hey!
Hard choice. I think you will see your vision will be pulled through into the water and down, and it sort of like leaves you in a third person kind of view of yourself and the room, and it pulls you over and down into what seems to be the basement of this area, and even further down into what seems to be like a sewer system of the city. And it travels not far, but far enough to where you know this isn't the lower districts anymore. This is closer to that main place where you first found Marty. Underground in the sewers. And you see a very tall, muscular looking woman with a very, very short cropped curly hair, standing next to what seems to be very cottagecore, which seems very out of place in the modern day, but very herbal, very earthy tones, loose flowing gowns on a very petite frame, who is kind of standing there like, I pulled my part of the bargain. Now you owe me. This was not a small feat. You can't just pull out last second without consequences. And the person behind them is standing very broadly, holding a lot of space. Much more than what their body seems like it should be holding. And just quietly glaring down at what seems to be a very short, stout individual who seems very full of themselves, like, almost the confidence that, is sure to get them in trouble in the wrong situations, which this may very well be. I've already given you money. I'm not giving you anymore. I already paid my due. Yes, but there were complications, and you were already well informed that if something too big came about, especially with something this big, reparations were going to be made. You owe me. I don't think we're alone. And they're going to turn and look to where your vision is coming from. Interesting. And with a wave of their hand, you're thrown back into your own body.
It seems like we're headed to the sewers. We can start marching here or get closer to the source. Either way, it's going to stink.
Well, luckily these aren't my best clothes. I'm assuming there's going to be a fight ahead of us.
Absolutely.
Oh, good. Vestra, your time is coming.
Yeah, the fangs and the fur kind of come out a little bit more.
Yes.
Doing stretches and
Absolute fear.
Awesome. But yeah, so I'm gonna say you guys march your way through. Are you going to go downstairs or get further back? Closer to where the,
I mean, if we go further back, that means there's less time in the sewers.
Yeah.
But which one is quicker?
You can't guarantee there'll be a direct access to the sewers further back. Because the way your vision traveled was through this building and out.
That makes sense. I'm fine with, like, in character going that way, since we know there's an entrance and just have to trudge through it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, very easily. It is just following the way your vision traveled through. You can make your way down to the sewers and into a sort of marching order, getting you yep, words are fun. Getting you further in and closer to where you saw this altercation take place. That being said, are you taking this a little bit stealthier or trying to just like run on through?
The lady already knows that we are here, so
that's what I was thinking too.
I don't really think it really matters anymore.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, no problem. At this point, I think we're going to just get into the, you have made your way through the sewer, and you have come to yet another blockade. Around the corner, you see a small group of people whom definitely seem a little bit more prepared for you to be there than they would have been. How would you like to come at this to start? Actually, no, since you guys weren't sneaking in, never mind, ignore that. You hear that smaller woman call out, "So, what exactly do I owe the pleasure of your company?"
Look, we've been traveling through fucking shit for far too long. We know what you're doing. It was me. I was the intrusion. And I do plan on continuing my intrusion. So you can either move out of the way or you can move in pieces. How does that sound?
Seems like you don't know who you're dealing with.
Oh, I know exactly who I'm dealing with. Another hoity-toity magic user. You're a dime a dozen.
It's interesting how blind confidence gets everyone through things nowadays. Magic has lost its flair as we've aged out of the use of actual components. Lost its strength. And I think she is going to call forward the bigger individual. Distract them while I deal with this one. And they are going to just come bulldozing into you guys.
Oh, I'm gonna bulldoze right back into them then.
Yeah, okay, what do we want to do with this? Maneuvers, lunges,
Feels like possibly a fight.
Yeah, but I was looking at the expanded fight moves because there's more of them.
Oh,
Yes.
I don't know where those are then.
So it is a variant roll. I just really liked it because I knew there was going to be a fight. So I felt like this was going to add a little bit more to the gameplay. So within the variant rules, there are maneuvers where you can flirt with or provoke your opponent through violence, cutting words, and all that, the basic fight stuff. There's a lunge. You launch a bold, confident attack with the intent of defeating someone. Respite, when you draw your opponent into overextending so that you can defeat them. Scrap, when you cry out or let an unreserved attack with intent of defeating somebody. Feint, you use trickery and provocation or dirty tactics to defeat somebody in combat. Most of these are basically just different ways of using the fight with different roles. So lunge is daring, respite is grace, scrap is heart, and feint is wit.
I think it's a lunge for me because it's
Lunge?
like this person's coming at me and I'm like, oh shit, just like go at them in return.
Okie doke, sounds good. Go ahead and roll me daring.
Hell yeah. I'm so glad I picked the one that has daring then. I didn't even catch which ones you said were which.
You're good.
Ow! Fuck! I just smacked my
no.
elbow.
Oh, honey.
We're good. I'm fine. It's good. That is a 10, actually.
Ooh, nice. So
plus 2,
you
actually.
inflict a condition and choose 2 maneuvers. So you can flirt with or provoke your opponent to gain a string on them, fight through violence or cutting words, inflicting a condition, create an opportunity for an ally through prowess or distraction, and take an object from the opponent and seize a superior position.
Gotcha. What were those options again? Is it the same as?
It's the same as fight.
Okay, cool. I didn't know if there was a different. All right, cool. Yeah, I will. I think I'm gonna definitely inflict a condition on them.
Okay.
Which I think is, I choose 3, correct? Right, and the opponent chooses 1 because it was 10 plus. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I will inflict a condition on this guy by basically just like slamming my like whole figure into like a cannonball or like a rocket being fired off, just
Okay.
basically springboard into their chest. Very WWE like too, where it's just like jump into them, turn, and then like hit them in the chest and then like come off of them to land again, and to send them like ass over tea kettle
Okay.
onto the ground
Okay.
away from us. To inflict a condition. I don't know what condition it is. I don't think it matters specifically for NPCs.
Not really, but
and then I will also create opportunity for an ally through prowess and distraction, and like lunge back on top of them to like hold down this beefing Hulk,
Okay.
so that the others can head down without having to worry.
So basically,
and
you're trying to
then-
get it to where you are the only thing that this person can focus on.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the third one, I will. I'll take an object from my opponent. I'm sure they
Okey-doke.
have something related to this scenario that will be helpful.
Yeah. I think they have. I think you're gonna take because they have like these brass knuckles,
Mm.
and I think you've now yoinked at least one of them.
Yeah, grab one off of with mouth as like tries to like punch me, because he still gets to inflict one of those things on me as well. So maybe like
Mhm.
take a punch to the face and grab the brass knuckle hand and mouth, and like in the bite on the hand end up like grabbing the brass knuckles in my teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's my fight. There we go. Sorry, I'm writing down all the things that are being done
You good,
to
me?
this brute. Big person.
I forgot I can.
Big muscle.
I forgot I can take. Technically, I could take to hit all 4 if I wanted to because of ferocious.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna do that because I don't think you can select something twice. But yeah,
Nice.
What
But
do we
yeah, so with the alternate the variant rules, it doesn't say I get to choose anything for you.
oh okay, cool.
Oh, that's because this is okay. Never mind. I do get to choose one.
Okay. Hell yeah. Fuck me up.
I think they're also going to set it to where you can't get anywhere else. Your attention is solely on this because they are struggling back, and it's taking a lot of your concentration and energy to keep them focused on you.
Fair. I'm going for the pin, so I gotta stay.
You're in this fight now. This is what it matters.
Somebody get the ref.
But yeah, what would you two like to do? Vestra is obviously pinning our strongman to the ground, Strong lady, strong them.
I personally kind of have an idea of haggling, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
This person is trying to sell the star, it seems. So, what if we just make a better offer? Because it seems like the person that they're dealing with is not giving them a good time.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So I think with me, I would like to try to do another bend around to see
Okay.
if I know anything that can give me an advantage of trying to create this deal.
Okay. Sounds good. Give me that roll.
Come on, be nice. Be nice. All right, you were nice. 12.
Ooh, very nice.
Hey!
So I find something I can use to my advantage and gain one +1 forward to any action using this item, and I could also ask a question of the GM about the location. So I guess what's the quickest way to catch up with this person in regards to the question? And I guess there's an item that helps me with this haggling process.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the item that you have is Thames is very much all about the connections. It's a very well known quality to their personality and their dealings. They strive on being able to, oh, well, I have someone here who can do this, or I have someone here who can do that. So having the connections that you do at your disposal, offering something along those lines, or even like an assistance in another deal of theirs, might get you a little further along. And as for how to catch up with them quickest, honestly, just going past Vestra, they haven't gotten very far. They don't feel the need to run because they feel that this uh, strong built individual would be more than enough for the three of you, however wrong they may be. Their confidence is their downfall.
Yeah. Which is so funny because they basically said the same thing about that earlier. It's like, look at you looking in the mirror and not realizing it's you. Yeah.
I've never heard of hubris.
Never.
Monkey's paw. But yeah, whenever they catch up to her, to Thames, I know we were a bit nosy earlier, but we just couldn't help but overhear that your client was not cooperating. How about a different client for the star?
And how do you know it's the star I was dealing with?
Thames, you mentioned earlier about pride being the downfall of the newer magic, but I believe that's also can be said about the old ways of magic. There's a reason why you all are a dying breed nowadays, and you keep on dying. It's kind of easy to just figure that out.
And what are you offering? You hear up the stubby little man off to the side. I've already...
The ladies are speaking. Thank you. James, are you tired of keeping to your networks in the underground here? They're lucrative, yes. A marvel. It's fascinating and wondrous to see what you have been able to accomplish down here. Fine work. But what if I can get you in the upper echelons? Give me the star, and we can enter into a partnership. I give you access to some of my daughters, and a little bit of Not the actual book itself, but I can introduce you to some of my more eccentric clients. I had rumors you were trying to get into a particular island, and I happen to know the lady who owns it. We have Thanksgiving together.
Really now. That does entice. Especially coming from the head of the Imbala family. Imbali family. Ow. I just popped my freaking...
You were just so shocked by the deal.
Ow! Okay, there we
Just
go.
one of
Back
the-
in place.
This is a gaze being attacked on the 1st of Pride. How dare the universe treat us this way?
But yeah. I get that in writing. And let's say a fair communication between the two of us. And something could be worked out.
I think that can work as well. And I would love to have Mace and Vestra as our witnesses. This person, no. They can go away.
They can, yeah, at this point, Thames is, we're done with you now. But I've already... And they just kind of, like, turn and look with, like, this very disdainful face of what kind of gunk is on the bottom of my shoe at this point. I said we're done. You wanted to back out? You're free to go. You don't get the merchandise if you don't pay in full. And just kind of like shoos him away, and if he, as he like kind of like staggers back, sends sort of like a magical gust to like push him further to really get him gone. So about this contract, shall we call it? And I think she will lead you down another path in the sewers to sort of... This scenery isn't quite built for good deals. Besides,
Couldn't agree more.
I should probably take you to the item you're purchasing.
Please lead the way. Also, should we do something about your guardian and our friend?
Oh,
I think I still
yes.
hear that happening.
I think
I
at this point,
Hmm.
Vestra and this other person, I don't remember if we named
No,
named her / them. I
they
think
have
they've
not been named, no.
I think they've gone from fighting in a very gay way into a making out in a very gay way.
Just like it
That's
developed.
the noise I heard.
Yeah, naturally.
Oh, well.
We were like, oh, wow, hello. It's just like,
Oh, hello. Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it.
so it's now coming back around to be like, hey, should we deal with this to like two people basically just going at each other?
Oh, well.
Yeah. Pops up at the noise.
Nemu, it's time to go. And
Like I'm sitting on top of them, very much like a dog that is like pinned prey kind of way, and then being like, and then give them a little like lick on the face before getting up and just walking away as if nothing happened.
very nice. By the way, Nemu has not spoken this entire time. I'm going to get crap for using that name. Yep. There it was. I use Nemu a lot.
It's a nice name.
It's such a cute name. I love it. Anyway, I could have named him Tony. But anyway. Yeah, so you all will kind of like proceed back to. Oh my lord, my camera is freaking out on me. There we go. Proceed back to what looks to be like a nicer office building. Um, and Thames will kind of motion you all in, get everything seated, situated, and start working on this kind of collaborative means of making a deal. Yeah, and as soon as you agree to sign, she will wave for Nemu to bring a crystal about this size with a star carved on it, like the star carved on the side of it, to you, and hands it over to you. Simply return that to wherever you want to use it, and just think.
I'm sure they would be asking who did this. Are you okay if the weakling of a man that was here earlier was the fall person?
Oh, absolutely. He was going to be the fall person anyway. No one
Wonderful. If you
steals
can
the
just provide
star.
a name.
Yeah.
If you can provide a name and where they can be located, that'd be lovely.
Absolutely. And she will give you the name Arthur Laminius, which is a prominent figure from another city who had long sought after being sort of taking leadership in the city, and one can only assume hoped to be the hero to return the star.
Got it. All right. Well, I think our business is adjourned. I'll keep you in contact in regards to when we can have you start meeting people.
Phenomenal. You have a wonderful rest of the festival.
And to you as well if you wish to participate.
Bit too public for my liking. But the offer was
Understand.
nice. And she's going to once again wave her hand, and a door leading to what seems to be an outside thoroughway.
Oh, thank God we don't have to go back through the sewers. All right, let's get to it. Let's pick up Marty on our way out as well, and get back to the festival grounds.
I'll carry Marty over her shoulder.
Marty's just kind of been in the area that you guys left him in, going
It's okay. We'll be back. And see, we're back.
But yeah,
Head pats. Pat, 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 pat.
pat pat pat. Poor Marty. But yeah, you guys will all make your way back to the festival. And present the small crystal containing the star, I'm guessing, to the current officiant. Okie doke. Yeah, in that case, the star is returned, and we're going to go ahead and skip to the next day, because this was all the same night. They were all still panicking there. Skip to the next day, where the festivities are once again in full swing, almost with a more electric feel to it. And as night comes in, the star is raised, and its light in a shimmering bluish purple vortex fills the entirety of the fairgrounds, filling all of you with this sense of hope and happiness and joy and just pure elation. Off to the side, there are a couple of weddings being officiated, as this is kind of a time where a lot of people finally take that move of joining with their partners permanently. Seen as a way to bless the union into eternity. Especially by those species who are longer lived. And yeah, that ends this session. Good job, guys!
Yay!
Thank you all so much for playing. This was such an amazing thing. I get so jittery whenever I DM. Thank you for dealing with my chaos brain.
Hey, no,
But
you
yeah.
did a decent job.
Good
It's
job.
your first. It's like your first time running this game.
First time running this game. Yes, I have played
Yeah.
one session before.
Yeah, that's really impressive for.
But yeah, as always, this has been the One Shot Wonderarium playing Thirsty Sword Lesbians. This is an amazing, fantastical game that is a lot more story-driven, obviously, than fighting and stuff like that that you can find in a lot of the tabletop RPGs. And it is obviously full of all the pride. So we love it. We love it so much. And one last time, do you guys want to introduce yourselves? Let the people know again where to find you. Let's go reverse. So Vin first.
Oh my gosh, hi again. Again, I'm V at VinvoxVA on Twitter, Instagram, I think Vinvox on TikTok. If you want to see me be a little bit more professional, that'll be vinvox.com. That's my reels, my studio specs, my resume, because I'm a voice actor.
Wow.
Catch me anywhere on the socials, and I'll see you guys soon.
Yeah. And then Miss Nerdy.
Hi, I'm never ready for these things.
You're totally
You can mostly find me on my itch.io of imagination-simulations.itch.io, where I make games sometimes and post them sometimes. You should go check out my latest game if you like story-driven games called I Know a Place Where We Should Go, where you can, between adventures, go back to your favorite coffee stop or your favorite restaurant or diner, and then you get to observe how the world has changed since your last adventure, or how your local place has changed since then. It's really cool and neat and great. And then if you do that 6 times, you get to exchange it for some interesting item that place would have for you. It's really cool. But yeah, I'm also on social media sometimes, I guess, mostly TikTok, and where I shit post to mostly friends.
Valid. And Ava.
Hello, my darlings and dears. It's your Madam Ava here. You can find me anywhere at Madam Ava Couture. I'm mainly still on Twitter, even though it's a cesspool that's just, it wants to die, but it
It so
hasn't,
does,
so I'm
but-
still there. Otherwise, find me on all the other socials. Typically, you'll find me every other Wednesday on Girls Run These Worlds for Roll for Luck, our homebrew D&D game, where I play the mom paladin there. And then on Sundays, right now we're kind of like on pause, but on Sundays you can find me for on Exquisite Corpse Presents for our Thirsty for Lesbian campaign called Lunas on Student Ray. It's an Arthurian take on everything. I play a nervous daughter of King Arthur, and it's a delight. It's a dear. But hey, it's now officially Pride. You should give money to the queers in your life. Give them money,
Yeah.
give them support, because
Absolutely.
we're broke here.
Oh God, really though. As always, I have been Bloodlust King, the GM for this session, which is really weird. The introvert has stepped into the spotlight, and it feels weird. It's fine. That being said, you can always find me and the rest of the Roll for Respawn crew right here on Twitch, as well as our Twitter, TikTok, and wherever else you may find us. You'll see us every Wednesday night for the Wednesday night revival, where we are currently gearing up to play Vampire the Masquerade or something else. We don't know quite yet. Well, no, we know. We just don't know whether or not we're playing it yet, and so I want to keep it kind of secrets. And obviously Thirsty Gay Thursday, where we are running through Baldur's Gate currently, and Stardew Valley whenever we don't have all of the cast, unfortunately. Which might be actually what we do this next week, because I think Rev and Both Darkness are out, unfortunately. But yeah, it has been so amazing playing this game. Honestly, I am going to have to find myself a campaign of this so bad. See if we can do some more. As you know, all the rest of this month, Tony will not be in the DM seat. So you will be seeing a lot of people from the queer representation brought up and put into the spotlight as so. And yeah, it's been amazing, you guys. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Bye.